What's up, guys? I'm Youngster Skaymore, and I'm back with some more Pokemon Sun and Moon news. This is an update to that last leak video that I did. The last video I did like 2 days, not the last video I did, but 2 days ago or so, maybe 3, I don't know about when you're watching this. I did a video on potential Pokemon Sun and Moon leak. So there will be leaks in this video and at this point, like, I think at least some of them are almost completely confirmed. At least I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but you can watch the video to see. But this may or may not, I think it most likely will reveal the starter evolutions in addition to other information such as how many Pokemon there may be, and then like what those Diamond Stones did, or like what they're called, and some other stuff that is less confirmed but is still like now very likely. That's to do with just like the format of the game. But I'm just warning you, there will be leaks ahead, so if you do not want to be spoiled for anything that should not have been, like, that was not officially released, then exit out the video now. I will see you guys next time when we have some more official news. Anyway, let's get right into it. So 2 days ago, I brought you, or maybe you're watching it, maybe it was 3 days ago, I was time watching it, whatever. July 12th, I brought you guys a video about these leaks that came out on an article of PokeJungle. We didn't know if they were true or not, but the reason, okay, so basically what happened was, this guy said that, this guy like emailed PokeJungle or whatever to something and made all these predictions. One of the predictions, or not predictions, but like he said they were leaks, and he's like, oh yeah, I have all these leaks. One of the so-called leaks was that there was going to be a poison and fire type Pokemon revealed. So, or not revealed, but that was going to be one of the Pokemon in this generation was going to, sorry, I just went up for dinner, was going to be a poison and fire type Pokemon. And then, soon after, Salandite was revealed, and of course he was poison fire type Pokemon, so that gave this leak a lot of credibility. And then PokeJungle decided to post this, article on its website saying about all the other leaks that guy said, and that's not the right thing. I'll get to that in a second. And then these were the final evolutions that he said were going to be the final evolutions of the starters. That was all part of his leak. That also said that there was a poison and fire type Pokemon. So that was what gave this leak a possibility. I talked about all my opinions on these starter evolutions in that last video, like two videos ago. So if you want to go check that out, please do. But I'm not going to talk about them too much today because I already did that for a while. But then, so first he like emailed PokeJungle or whatever. I'm not exactly sure how PokeJungle got it. But then later is when PokeJungle made this article right here. And this article also included all these other so-called leaks that said there'll be no traditional gyms, and I talked about all these, by the way, in that video, so if you want to confirm all my opinions on them, check it out. There will be no traditional gyms, and no Pokemon League in Alola. Your goal is to actually create one. After you do, an Elite Four will appear, which are the leaders of each island. And by the way, there is more, like, new information, there's sort of new information today that may confirm a lot of this stuff, but I'll get to that in a second. I just want to recap everything that was apparently a leak that we'll see how that stacks up in a second. The final starter evolutions will be an Archer, a Wrestler, and a Siren. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation. The Diamond Stones, which are in the Japanese logo, will be collectible throughout the region and will act similarly to Mega Stones, but not exactly. New Pokemon based on a Dolphin, Sea Cucumber, Snowman, Mushroom, and a Rugby Monkey, whatever that is. I don't know what that means. No one does. There are new Pokemon based on all of those things. Rockruff's evolution is a werewolf, and Mass Shadow, which is apparently a copyrighted Pokemon name, has a very unique type combo that isn't very doesn't give away a lot, but and then, so apparently a little bit before this article came out, this leak was like floating around the internet, and but we didn't know, it couldn't mean anything because the images of the starters were already like out, like with the guy's original. No, I don't think it was an email. I think it was he leaked the images of the starters, and then he talked about all of the other stuff that's on PokeJungle, I guess. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I know this came out around the same time as all that other information, and it didn't say anything about Poison and Fire type Pokemon, so it didn't give this specifically credit, but this guy mentioned starter evolutions that were exactly the same as the ones that were in those last pictures, so that would either mean that A, this is the same guy as that other leak, B, this is a guy who just literally saw that other leak, and then wrote that stuff down, and then just wrote a bunch of random BS stuff, which was very possible. And C, he actually is like someone who works at Pokemon and he actually leaks this information. So I didn't cover it when it first came out because it had absolutely no credence behind it, nothing that would suggest it as being true, other than the fact that it said that that it mentioned the stuff that was already leaked. So anyone can mention stuff that's already leaked. But I'm gonna read this thing to you guys, and we'll see why the situation may have changed. So, hi guys, I got fucking fired from an European translation team for Sun and Moon, and I'm willing to say everything I know to you guys as a way to avenge myself. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you that there will be a new reveal video on the official channel next week, and will include a new game feature named Bond Abilities, which are basically an ultimate move Pokemon can achieve when your soul gauge is entirely filled up. So, he completely called that about a week ago, a week before. This was July 6th, and the trailer came out like late July 12th, maybe early July 13th. I think it was like late at night, July 12th. So he literally 6 days, 7 days ahead of time completely called it and said there will be a new reveal video on the official channel next week, and that is exactly what it showed. We didn't get the names of it, but we saw that video, and it showed these new things that are apparently called Bond abilities, where, you know, you touch your bracelet or whatever that has the diamond stones, which are apparently called Bond gems, and he does that little dance, and it very clearly powered up your Pokemon's move, and does exactly what this guy described. So this guy is clearly legit. He knew that video was coming, and we can almost completely trust what he has to say, because, like, he said this, unless for some reason he just said this stuff and then was lying about all the rest of the stuff. That wouldn't make sense, but you know what I mean? So, I don't know if I'm explaining this well. So, he called that, and that is what happened in the trailer 1 week later. So, that means that the rest of the stuff that he said is most likely true. And he said, but, like, of course he could just know that and then just be messing with us, like lying just to mess with us for the rest of the stuff, but that seems like a ridiculous thing to do. But anyway, now let's go through what else he leaked, because he's clearly legit. He clearly knows what he was talking about. So anyway, there's a new thing called Bond abilities, which is apparently what we saw in that last trailer. They're stored in Bond gems, which you acquire through the story and can equip to your bracelet. And if you don't remember, this thing, sorry, I have to keep like switching tabs. This said that the diamond stones will be collectible throughout the region and act similarly to mega stones, but not exactly. So either these two guys were the same leaker, or they they have to be either the same leaker, or they both were legitimate, like, people who worked at Pokemon, and they both leaked some of similar stuff, but some different stuff. That's probably what it was, just two different people work at Pokemon. But since this guy had some leaks correct, and then his starter leaks are the same as the other guy's starter leaks, means that the other guy, everything that he said is probably true as well. So we don't, like, oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't bring it to the right thing, sorry. So, oh man. So let's look at what else this guy said. Yeah, and the Bond abilities are stored in Bond gems you acquire through the story and can equip your bracelet. So anyway, I guess that's what those things we saw in the trailer were yesterday. You acquire these things and you can store. They're called Bond abilities, and they're like apparently these ultimate moves that Pokemon can learn. But your soul bond gauge has to be filled up. So I'm guessing that's just by like beating a lot of Pokemon, it fills up, and then you use it, and it goes all the way back down to 0, and you gotta like keep doing that, and like keep battling, and it'll just fill up. It'll probably like fill up over time, but also like the more you attack, or like the more you defeat other Pokemon, it'll probably raise up faster. And then he also said this other stuff. First of all, he said there is 90 new Pokemon. There are 90 new Pokemon, but this guy has a lot of incorrect grammar, but which is kind of ironic because he works for a translation team, so his grammar should be correct. Otherwise, I don't even know. But obviously, it's the internet, so he probably wasn't really caring that much about grammar. There are 90 new Pokemon. So by the way, I'm treating all of this as almost definitely true. Same with because like, I mean, he completely called it. So even though it's not confirmed, because he could just be like telling the truth about one thing and for some reason lying about the other thing. I mean, it's pretty much gotta be true, right? Am I recording? That's another thing. I always forget. Okay, I'm recording. Good. Oh, I forgot to read the rest of this. I'll go back to 90 Pokemon in a second. There also features 2 new Pokemon named Capybara and Georilla, and then it says it. Oh, okay, so I guess Capybara is a water normal beaver thing, which is a very strange design, which can copy the ability of the Pokemon it battles, which is weird because we already have a water normal beaver thing. It's called Bebarrel. So I don't know why they give us another water normal beaver. Kind of weird, but whatever. I feel like a lot of Pokemon this generation are like very similar to previous Pokemon, but oh well. And it can copy the ability of the Pokemon it battles, which I guess its ability, and it just, I think I've sworn that was already ability, like, I don't know, I guess not, maybe, I don't know, who knows. And then there's also a ground and fighting type gorilla with a very menacing look. That's a really cool type combo, ground and fighting. I like that a lot, but I mean, obviously we don't know anything else about these Pokemon, other than like their typings and one of their abilities, but the ground fighting gorilla interests me a lot. Water normal beaver thing, I'm kind of curious about, since like we already have Beaver, but who knows, maybe this thing will be An even better HM slave. Anyway, it says there's going to be 90 new Pokemon. So, obviously, this isn't completely confirmed yet, but, I mean, he completely called the thing in the last trailer, so I find it hard to believe that this stuff isn't true. And then the fact that his starter evolutions also match up with the other guys means that the other guys think it's probably true too, and this is just crazy, all this stuff that we now practically know. So there's 90 new Pokemon. That's not a ton, but in X and Y we had like 60 something, so it's a big step up from X and Y. Although I was hoping there would be like over 100, so this is a little bit disappointing to me, but who knows, maybe he's like underestimating and he doesn't know exactly how many, or maybe he's completely correct. But either way, 90 Pokemon is a good amount. It's a lot more than XY. I was just, hoping for maybe like 100, 110, but still a lot. The thing is, we already know about like 35, I feel like. So, if they keep revealing Pokemon this fast, there's going to be no new Pokemon left for the actual game. So I hope they don't like reveal everything like they did in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Then again, those were remakes. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. 90 Pokemon, that's a good amount. But, yeah, I would love to have a little bit more, but I understand being 90. Anyway, Rowlet evolves into Robbing Root, a big owl with a green hood, which uses its wings as an actual bow. It remains grass flying and is my favorite of the bunch. And as you can see, that is this guy right here, Robbing Root. It compares exactly to that other leaker. So they gotta both be correct, right? I mean, it's possible they're not, but they gotta be. Because these images, which was the first leaker, they came out first. And then this guy did his leak, but he is confirmed to be true. At least that one thing that he said. So I can't imagine, he wouldn't just say one thing that's true and one thing that's false. So if the things that he said are true, unless he's like, he only knew that one thing and he said that, and then he just copied this other leak to make this other leak look true. But I think that'd be ridiculous. It's gotta be true, right? These gotta be the starter evolutions. They gotta be the real ones. So anyway, this would be Robbing Root, grass flying, and as you can see, he used his wings as an actual bow. He got the description spot, he got sort of spot on, but like these leaks were already sort of released. So, and then Litten becomes so Litten's name is Panthster. Litten's name is Panthster, a fire and dark muscular bipedal tiger, which looks like a gangster and kind of like a wrestler. Wait, let me just. Looks like a gangster and kind of like a wrestler. Sorry, I have to get back to that. And it can light its belly. He says it can light its belly. It can light its belly and uses it to burn its enemies while catching them and pressing them to its torso while executing violent wrestling techniques. This is a very violent Pokemon. Oh my gosh. It learned fighting for pride and honor with a pack of other Litten as its followers. So this Pokemon is apparently Fire and Dark, which I'm very glad about because I didn't want to be fighting and fighting because we already have enough fire and fighting starters. So Fire and Dark is great. And see that flaming hot torso that's like a wrestling belt? He just takes Pokemon and shoves them into it and just burns their faces off. That's pretty brutal. Man. And then it's funny, he's based on a gangster. This guy said he looks like a gangster and kind of like a wrestler. But when I see him, I just see wrestler. I don't really see much gangster. But I mean, I guess I see how it's a gangster, but I feel like it looks more like a wrestler. But whatever, I'm glad they think it looks more like a gangster because that makes it a dark type instead of fighting. But then it also says it learns fighting for pride and honor with a pack of other Litten as followers. And I feel like dark types don't usually follow pride and honor. But you know what? That's cool. He's breaking the trend. And then I got all these tabs open at once. I gotta keep going down. Then we got the Poplio one here, and according to the leak, I'm reading the leak, but I'm showing you the Poplio thing. Poplio becomes Entermaid, is its name. Entermaid, a water and fairy, mermaid-like entertainer seal, using its voice to charm its audience. I hate that name. That is a horrible name for a Pokemon. Entermaid? Entermaid? Come enter my home. What? Actually, all of these names are bad. Robbing Root, like Robin Hood, but it's Robbing Groot. That's not terrible. Panthster is just Panther with an extra ST. That's a bad name. And Entermaid is a terrible name. So I love these designs. Hate the names. They are very bad. And that's all it says about Poplio's evolution. And then it also mentions some stuff about Lily. It says Lily is the daughter of the villain, a leader of a rich company which had... Okay, so Lily is the daughter of the villain, and the villain is a leader of a rich company which had built an artificial island to conquer nature and make Alola a touristic paradise. So that suggests, I guess, that the story has to do with this evil team, obviously, and it's trying to conquer nature, and I guess that's how it uses the sun and the moon to somehow control, like, I don't know, like the waves maybe to affect its island. I don't know. They somehow use the sun and the moon to control nature, and then they also have an artificial island. So, sorry. So maybe there's these 4 islands, and there's Pokemon League Island. Then there's actually this other island that will be built during the game, maybe. So maybe that's why it's not on the map yet, or maybe it's just we can't see it on the map because there's like clouds in the way or something. And then it also says, in fact, its role is the evil team's role is to catch all 4 guardians of Alola to make the absolute tower and grants himself the power of a god. So he wants to. I actually really wish he didn't say this. This is like story spoilers. That actually sucks. Wow, why? Oh my gosh. Do we just... I'm sorry. I mean, I said there would be leaks in the beginning, but this seems like kind of some story spoilers here. So we know... Oh, why? I don't want to know the evil team's goal. That sucks. Oh, why I have to be a PokeTuber and cover this news? Oh, let me I guess, show you guys back to this leak. Oh, man. I'm sorry if you didn't want to know that, but I don't want to know it either. I said there would be leaks, so it's fine, I guess. But so yeah, apparently this evil... I hope that... Oh, jeez. Shoot! I didn't want to know that! Oh, man. Leaker, why would you leak story spoilers? That's not fun. No one wants... Oh, man. I mean, it's 4 months out, so I mean, I would have to come across it eventually. But that actually kind of saddens me a little bit. That apparently Lily is the daughter of the villain. And anyway, I don't even think I got through the sentence yet. The villain's role is to catch all 4 guardians of Alola to make the absolute tower... whatever that is, which will grant him the power of a god. So, the Guardians of Alola, we know one of them is... There's 4, one on each island, each of the main 4 islands. One of them is Tapu Koko, who we saw already. The others, we don't know who they are. And somehow that will grant him the absolute... Or that will make him the absolute... That will give him the absolute tower, and will make him have the power of a god. I don't really know exactly how that works, but... It kind of reminds me of Mespirit, Azelf, and Uxie. How in Platinum they, like, captured all of them. And in Diamond and Pearl. And he also says, I can tell you more if you want me to. Ask me anything? So, I don't know where this image came from. Like, I got it, like, a while ago, but I don't know exactly, like, where the person got this from. So I'm not exactly sure. Like, I know it came... This image was, like... I can't talk. I saw this image before the Bond thing, so he didn't, like, say this after. But I don't know where I could ask him anything, because I don't know where this is from. It's Tumblr, I guess. But I don't know how I would find his account. Is his account just Fired Man up here? Like, I don't really know exactly how Tumblr works, so I don't know. That might just be his image? I don't know. But, okay, so I guess that's a little bit about the story. I really hope that Lily being the daughter of the villain isn't a huge plot twist, because then that kind of screwed up a huge plot twist. Because it got leaked. That sucks, actually. I hope that better not be a huge plot twist. Hopefully that's like a second badge thing that's like, oh, yeah, like, or maybe she's like, I don't know. Maybe that's probably why she hates battling, because, you know, like, oh, the leader, like, her father always abuses, like, all of the, or her mother, I guess, I don't think we've had a woman evil team leader, so I guess I just assumed it would be father, but either or, maybe, like, always abuses Pokemon to try to, like, get the power of a god. So then she hates battling because she like has been subjected to Pokemon abuse. And oh man, this is rough. I just hope that we don't find that out like the end of the game. I hope that's something I hope it's not like Lily's mysterious the whole way through and then we find out at the end why. Shoot, this actually makes so much sense. I totally believe everything this guy says because it makes sense. Lily says like they're always like, oh, Lily's shy and mysterious and she has some sort of secret. We don't know what. I guess that's what it is. And oof, jeez. So, I'm sorry, guys. I'm having trouble wrapping my head around all this. I just, like, I hope it's, like, after, like, the first gym, she, like, tells all her friends, oh, yeah, my dad's a villain, and then, like, the whole way through, she's trying to cope with it, because I don't want this, if this is a spoiler, I'm sad. This is probably a pretty big spoiler, I'm sorry. But, oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, so I guess that's the end of this guy's leaks. But then, sorry, I'm like doing this all slowly and like. But anyway, this guy's leaks were like the same as this other guy's leaks, but the second guy, which we were on before's leaks, were like proven to be true, at least some of them. So that means since this guy has agreed with some of the same stuff, that highly suggests that a lot of this guy's leaks are true, right? So let's go back over these leaks, just like. So there will be no traditional gyms and no Pokemon League in Alola? Like, is this true? Is this confirmed? I don't even, what? Is this confirmed? Is this something that's definitely happening now? That's crazy. Oh my gosh. I don't want to know that. I wish this stuff wasn't leaked, to be honest. I mean, I have to cover it because I want to, like, show you guys everything, and, like, that's kind of, like, what I want to do, like, to be a Pokemon, like, PokeTuber, like, give you guys all the news on Sun and Moon that I can, but, jeez. Will there really be no gyms and no Pokemon League? That's crazy. Imagine if they never told us that, and we just went into the game and just never came across gyms. That would be crazy. That would be mind-blowing. I actually am sad. I feel like these leakers have ripped this surprise from me. Oh, man. It's crazy. No gyms, no Pokemon League. Can you believe it? Do you think this is true? I mean, it has to be true, right? I don't know. I can't even function right now, guys. This is crazy. Oh, man. Wow. This is my raw reaction right here, guys. I don't even know. Like, I reacted to this 2 days ago, but I didn't, like, know it was true. I was just like, oh, it could be true. But now I'm just like, what? Like, the realization is hitting me. This is crazy. Whew. This is gonna be the best Pokemon game ever. I hope. I don't know. I've always wanted them to change up the formula. So this is true. I'm actually really happy about this. But the one thing that I just hope this game is, if this game is more difficult than X and Y and like actually comes back to the older games difficulty, then this might be like the best Pokemon game ever. I don't know. Who knows? Just that it's changing up the formula, apparently. It's really interesting to me. But then, so anyway, yeah, the final Star Evolutions, we already have covered those a lot. Diamond Stones will be collectible throughout the region and act similar to Mega Stones, but not exactly, because they're apparently called, what are they called? Bonds? Let me go back to this thing again. Not that. Sorry, it takes me a while to do this because I have to keep, like, switching between them. So yeah, Bond Gems. That's what apparently they're called. And your soul bond is the gauge, and when that's entirely filled up, you can use your bond abilities, which are basically an ultimate move Pokemon can achieve. And to fill it, it even says, I didn't read this, it says to fill it up you have to fight and defeat Pokemons. That's what he says, Pokemons. So he's not, like, giving me more confidence in his leak being true, because he says he's a translator, yet he said Pokemons. So, he must, I can understand why he was fired, to be honest, because he clearly would not be a very good translator. Like, Pokemons, it's not what it is. But, new Pokemon based on a dolphin, a sea cucumber, a snowman, a mushroom, and a rugby monkey. What is a rugby monkey? I don't know. But are all these true? These must all be true, right? And then Rockruff's evolution is werewolf. That actually makes so much sense. Like, because 2 days ago I watched my video from 2 days ago. It'll have more reactions to these leaks, or actually go in depth. Like, well, because I already talked about that. But I guess they're true. Rockruff, though, makes sense. Cause, yeah, watch the old video. It makes sense because he actually had his Pokedex entry on Pokemon.com, and it makes perfect sense. Then Mash Shadow, we don't know what that is yet, but jeez, guys. Whew. This is pretty crazy. This is some crazy stuff. This is like the most potent Pokemon story leak that I can remember. There definitely was not anything like this for X and Y. There were some leaks, but I don't think they were really story related. Whew. If anyone knows where to find that guy who said, "Ask me anything," oh, that's funny. And right in the bottom left of my Windows monitor, it says, "Ask me anything" from Cortana. But anyway, look, I'll show you. Wait. Look right here, bottom left, by my mouse. Ask me anything. That's funny. But if you look at this guy, he said, "Ask me anything." So if anyone knows where to find him, where to find this on Tumblr, and where to ask him anything, please link me to that so I can ask him some stuff. I'll follow up and try to figure this out, and if I can, and I'll get back to you guys whenever anything else is confirmed or deconfirmed or what. This is crazy. Oh my gosh, I can't even. I love the starter designs though, except for I don't love Populos that much, but the other two I love. I don't love their names. Robin Root's okay. Robin Root's actually no, I don't. Robin Root's not a bad name, but Panthster, like Panthster. Not for me, not my kind of name, even though I love that design. A lot of people are disappointed, from what I've heard, that it's apparently going to be bipedal as opposed to quadruped, because, yeah, a lot of people wanted it to be on all fours, and, like, for it to be, like, a fast special attacker, but now apparently it's going to be, like, a slow physical attacker, which isn't really great for, fire types, especially fire starters, you know, because a lot of them are like that. But, oh, geez. We got Entermaid. Entermaid is just a horrible abomination of a name for a Pokemon. But I guess just in case you guys want to see those one more time what those, what those evolutions look like. This is what they are. If they're real, which I think they are. I think they've got to be at this point. Papillon's got these cool spikes on his back. Kerback, based on the image. We got, not Papillon, it's Entermaid, apparently. Then we got Panthster. And then we got my boy, Robbing Root. Panthster has really turned me off of this Pokemon just because I love the design, but the name's not good. Oh, jeez, they're all like, look, they're all camping out around Panthster to warm up. Someone is in his championship belt, which does not seem safe. Hey, there's Ash and a Pikachu. Cool. There's Papillon. I don't know why Ash is in this drawing. I guess it's not Ash. I guess it's just a generic trainer. But, you know, that looks like Ash. And Ash is in the anime, not in the game. So that's weird. But, yeah, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to look into this a little more if I can. And, of course, whenever I think of anything else, or not when I think, you know what I mean. Whenever anything else comes out, or, like, if there's some leak that's come to my attention that could potentially confirm more things or give more evidence to something, of course I'm going to let you know. I'm sorry, but this is taking so long. I'm just talking and talking and talking because this is just unbelievable to me that these leaks are apparently, like, true. That's crazy. Wow. So, yeah, I think sometime soon I might do, like, a recap video, like, everything we know so far. Tell me in the comments below if you think you'd be interested in that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I've taken too much of your time. I have taken too much of your time. I'm sorry. Please, if you want, you don't have to. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter. Like, comment, and subscribe. Keep it here. Obviously, you already know. I'm sorry, I don't mind being weird. For all things Pokemon Sun and Moon, or at least some things Pokemon Sun and Moon. Oh, also, I don't know, if you guys want to share this, that'd be kind of cool, I guess, because, like, I have not seen this that much on the internet. Like, I haven't really seen many videos about this at all. I don't think I've seen any videos about, yeah, I haven't seen any videos about this. I don't know if they're out there, but I don't know. I don't want to be that guy who, like, asks you to share stuff. But if you, like, if there's going to be any of my videos that you're going to share, I would ask you to share this one, because I feel like this is actually some news that people don't know. Like, you know, I don't know. Sorry, I keep stopping, like, and talking, because I'm just, like, my thoughts are not coming straight, because I have so much going on in my head. Like, I don't know what to say about this stuff, but I feel like most people don't know about this yet. So, you know, if you want to share this, like, people don't know about the Sun and Moon leaks that seem to be real now. Like, a lot of people know about the first leak, but not the second leak. So, I don't know. If you want to share this, that'd be awesome. Anyway, bye. You don't have to share it, just if you want. If you want. Okay, bye. And I will see you guys next time.